Nico Colucci. Let's get this thing started, guys. This will be the first Big Ten matchup for both Wisconsin Badgers and the Hawkeyes. We got the Wisconsin Badgers. They went on a couple of duels this year. No big tournaments for these guys, just a handful of duels. Next tournament that the Badgers have is January 24th against the Minnesota Gophers here at home. And then everything leads up to the Big Ten Championship, which will be hosted at Northwestern in Evanston, Illinois. The Hawkeyes also have a couple big duels coming up of their own. They got Penn State away January 31st. And then they also have the Big Ten Championships that round up the end of their season on March 8th and 9th in Evanston, Illinois, hosted by Northwestern. Right now we got Nicolas Rivera coming out at 125. Let's get this thing rolling. Big Ten matchup of the day. All right. A little bit about Nicolas. He's a Wisconsin native. He went to Stoughton, Wisconsin. Just right up the road here in Wisconsin. He's 11-0 on the season. These Badgers went out to some duels this year. They had one out in Florida, and they had one out in Penn State or Pennsylvania. Nicolas went 3-0 in both of those duels, so sitting with a record of 11-0 right now. His opponent that he's wrestling is Joey Cruz. Joey Cruz is from Fresno, California. He's got a 12-6 record. He's a redshirt sophomore, transfer from Oklahoma. He took third in Grandview Open earlier this year, and he took sixth at the Soldier Salute, which was hosted by Iowa. Right now, we got both of these guys in the center of the mat going at it. Energy's pretty loud here at the field house. We have club night tonight, so the energy should be pretty ramped up here at the field house. First whistle blown, stalemate, right back to the center. Halfway through the first period, no score. First shot taken by Cruz. He's in on the leg, bringing it up. See if he can finish here. Got nothing yet. Edge of the mat, still wrestling. Ref has nothing yet. Remember, there can be a lot of edge wrestling here. Still wrestling, still wrestling. A little bit about Nicolas. He's a three-time state champion here in Wisconsin. Stalemate right on the edge of the mat. Going right back to the center of the mat. We got 45 seconds left in the first period. Move it around. Cruz is in on the shot again. Nicolas fighting to get his leg back. Gets his leg back. Back to neutral. Cruz back in on the sweep single. He's taking 3 shots to that left leg now. Let's see if we can hold on here. Got about 12 seconds left till the first period ends. Back on our feet, nothing yet. First shot by Nicolas. Nicolas is ranked 18th in the country this year. He's been doing pretty well. Iowa defers to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin chooses down. Second period, 2 minutes. Bottom man gets set. Cruz's covers. All right, we got a caution on the Hawkeyes. First caution of the night. Whistle's blown. Second period has started. Nicolar's got wrist. He's working to come up. And first points of the duel. Nicolar's on the board. Wisconsin leads 1-0. Two-on-one. Center of the mat. A little bit of action here. Got a stalemate. Back to the center of the mat. Whistle's blown. We got 1:12 left here in the second period. Badgers is up 1-0. Cruz is in on that left leg again. See if he can work to finish here. This will be his fourth time on this leg. Nicolar's working. Cruz elevates the leg. He's trying to circle behind. Got nothing, got nothing. Back to our feet. Now we're on the edge of the mat here. Nothing yet. Ref still got nothing. 3-point takedown by Cruz. Cruz goes up 3-1. 15 seconds left on the mat. Out of bounds. Cruz is up 3-1. 13 seconds left. Let's see if Cruz can stay on top here. Nicolar goes down. Cruz covers. Second caution on Cruz here. Gets one more caution. That'd be a 1 point for Nicolar. Whistle blown. 7 seconds left. Cruz finishes second period on top. Here's that takedown on the edge of the mat. Here's a replay. You can tell, hand gets out, hips down. 3-point takedown by Cruz there. All right, so Iowa chooses down. Starting on Nicolar on top. See who he calls caution on. Got a caution here. We got caution on Green. Bottom man set. Nicolar covers. Whistle blown. Start of the third period. We got 3-1. Cruz's lead. Nicolar's working to keep him down. There's one escape for Cruz. Cruz goes up 4-1 with 1:35 seconds left. Riding time is not a factor. 16 seconds riding time for Cruz. Let's see if Nicolar can get on his gas pedal and go get a takedown here. Takedown to tie the score. Got stalling call. Stalling call for Nicolar. 1 point. 1 point for Cruz here. Now Nicolar's got to get on and needs 2 takedowns here in order to win this match. Let's see if he goes to overdrive here. There's Cruz again on that right leg. He's been on that leg the whole period, the whole match. See if he can get to finish here. He's working. And there it is. There's a 3-point takedown for Cruz. Cruz looking to get back points. Nothing. Cruz is now up 8-1. He's up by 7. Looks like Brands is telling him to cut him. Seems like he wants to go get this major here. Major will put the Hawkeyes up 4. Major is winning by 8 points or more. All right, Nicolar gets his 1 point. It's 8-2. Cruz is back in on the leg. Nothing. Finish the match here, 8-2. Cruz wins by decision. Iowa Hawkeyes go up 3-0 on the team score. If you look again, here's the takedown. Leg, he circles behind. Ref scores 3. He's trying to get back points there. All right, next up, 133. We got Drake Ayala, ranked number 4 in the nation. Zane Fugit, ranked 24th in the nation. Drake Ayala, 9-1 on the year. Fugit is 11-0 on the year. Got Drake Ayala, he's 9-1. His only lost on the years to Stanford, Taylor Cox, ranked number 23. Drake Ayala is in on the leg. Zane is working to get him off. Cleared him off. Ayala is in there with his underhook. Fugit with his elbow down. See if we work to get a takedown here. Fugit trying to hit that sweep, bundle those arms up. Cleared out, now we're on the mat. Iowa hosted Iowa State earlier this year. Drake Ayala with a big win against number 5, Evan Forrest of Iowa State. Nothing yet, we got nothing. Out of bounds, out of bounds. Looks like Wisconsin Badger threw the block in for a challenge. See if Zane Fugit got that takedown on Drake Ayala. Couple more things for Drake Ayala. He's a 2-time qualifier. He's a runner-up last year. He's 3-time state high school champion and Fargo champ. Zane Fugit's a redshirt freshman. He's from Missouri. He's got a 10-2 record this year. Take a look. We'll go to this replay. As you can see, hands down. Does he have control? It's a close call. I'd like to see what the ref's going to say here. Butts down, hips down. A little bit of reaction time. I like it to let the ref let him wrestle here. Take it to the table. See what the decision they make here. This would be a huge win for Zane Fugit if he can pull this one out. Drake Ayala is ranked number 4 in the nation. Fugit with a couple big wins out at those duels in Florida and Pennsylvania. Out in Florida, Zane went 2-0, 2-1. In Pennsylvania, he went 3-0. Hasn't been many duels for the Badgers this year. They've been doing a lot of dual tournaments. So, and there it is. Zane Fugit with the takedown. Zane Fugit goes up 3-0 against Drake Ayala. Drake Ayala goes down. 1 minute and 51 seconds left. And we got 3 seconds riding time on the clock. Drake Ayala to his feet pretty fast here. He's trying to get away. Zane's staying on him, staying on him. We're on the edge of the mat now. Still on the edge of the mat, working. Drake's to his feet. Nothing yet. Zane Fugit still on top. Go back to the center of the mat, get a reset here. Zane Fugit now with 22 seconds of riding time, 1:30 left in the period. Again, Drake Ayala up to his feet pretty fast here. Trying to control hands, gets a cutaway. Here we go, 3-1. 3-1, Zane Fugate's on top. 28 seconds of riding time, 1:15 seconds left in the first period. This is our second bout of the evening, or should I say of the afternoon. Smack dead in the center of the mat. Little hand fight here. There's an attempt. Drake Ayala. Fugate comes up in his underhook. Head position, wrist control. Stalemate. Back to the center of the mat. 50 seconds left in the first period. The Hawkeyes come in, ranked number 2 in the nation, led by Tom Brands and a couple of his assistants. There's Drake Ayala in on a sweep. Drops down, he gets his 3-point takedown. Drake Ayala is now up 4-3 with 15 seconds left. Fugate's up on his feet. He's trying to get an escape. We got 12 seconds left. Ref's counting. See if Drake Ayala moves up to the body. Does. We got a stalemate call. Drake Ayala. Drake Ayala with a stalling call. Hanging out on the ankle too long. You only get about 5 seconds to hold on to that ankle before you get hit with stalling, especially when you're on top here. 2 seconds left. All right, going into the second period. Here's that replay. Drake Ayala with a slide by of himself. Gets in, secure the takedown. Finishes on top. Drake Ayala on top here. Score is tied, 4-4. Second period, 1:40 seconds left. Riding time advantage goes to Drake Ayala with 11 seconds. Each guy with a nice little slide by for a takedown. See there, Drake Ayala's in on the leg again. Gets another 3-point takedown. He leads the match 7-4. Drake Ayala's up 7-4. He's on top. 1:10 left in the second period. He's grabbing near wrist. Claw ride, edge of the mat. See if we get a fresh start here. Drake Ayala wants to keep it on the edge of the mat, rack up his riding time. All right, there's a whistle. Here's the replay. It's in on a high C. Tries to dump, expose him here a little bit. No exposure, but he still gets the takedown. 3-point takedown for Drake. Drake Ayala on top, looking for cross wrist. Still digging tight waist. Now he goes to a claw. Strong ride here, coming up on a minute riding time. Minute riding time secured for Drake Ayala. Got about 25 seconds left here in the second period. Drake with 2 takedowns and an escape. Zane Fugate with 1 takedown and escape. No back points for either guy yet. All right, there's our first stalling call for Zane Fugate on bottom. So each guy has a set of stalling calls. All right. Got Drake Ayala 7-4. Drake chooses down. Going into the third period. Drake Ayala has the riding time advantage with 1:35 seconds. Drake's on his feet again. Quick and fast escape. He extends his lead, 8-4. And Drake Ayala with a nice little fireman's carry to another takedown. He leads 11-4. All right. Now we got 11-5 with Drake Ayala giving him the 1-point escape. Now we're back on our feet. Drake Ayala's in again. Another takedown, goes into his turret. Let's see if he gets back points here. 1. Yep. He's at least got 4. He's got a 4 count here. Drake Ayala's up 14-5. Holding 4. All right, Drake Ayala is now up 8-5. A minute left.
1 minute remaining in the 3rd period.
Nothing yet. Drake is still on top. He got an escape there. Another takedown. There's your tech fall for Drake Ayala. 21-6. That there gives Hawkeyes 5 extra points for their team. Here's a couple highlights here. Got the last takedown. Give Drake Ayala a tech fall. The Hawkeyes go up 8-0.
Visit crazylegs.com for more information and to register now. We will see you at the starting line.
Freshman at 184 upsets the number 21 guy ranked in the nation. Brock Bobzian, who's coming up here next at 141, upset the number 15 ranked wrestler. And we got Dylan Russo, who earned 2 collegiate wins here at 184. Now we're going to get right back into the duel at 141. We got Brock Bobson from Wisconsin, and we got Jace Royds from the Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes lead the duel 8-0, 133. We had a tech fall there, and then 125 is just a regular decision. So that puts the score at 8-0. We're on our feet, Bob's in, got in on that sweep. Rhodes was able to get his foot back pretty fast. Front headlock position here on the mat. Stalemate, back on our feet. Body lock position, underhook for Bobzian. Rhodes is a redshirt freshman. He's from Mason City, Iowa. Went 4-2 this year. Took 4th at the Soldier Salute. He's 0-1 against ranked wrestlers this year. Back to the center of the mat. A little bit of wrestling. Bobzian is a redshirt freshman. He's from California, Poway. 4-7 on the year. Should be a good hand fighter here. He's a U17 Greco team member. Won Pan Ams at 132 for U17. Greco style wrestling. He's in on a sweep. Bobzian's in on the sweep. Rhodes is able to fight it off again. Bobzian comes up to his underhook. Edge of the mat wrestling here. See if we can circle it back in. Whistle blown again, stalemate. Back to the center of the mat. Got about 1 minute and 10 left here in the first period. No score. Both guys have been in on legs. No finishes yet, though. Bobzian went 1-3 out at the Florida Duels. His one win was beating a number 15 ranked guy. Got about 30 seconds left here.
30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds.
There it is, nothing yet. Good, Rhodes got in on a double leg takedown, scored 3 right before the period. Let's see if Bobson can get to his feet, get an escape here. We got 10 seconds left. Bobson's in a tripod right now, trying to work to get to his feet. Rhodes will be happy with finishing this period on top. Got a replay here, as you can see, double leg. Took him down. Referee secures a 3-point takedown. Wisconsin chooses bottom. Rhodes is up 3-0. 25-second riding time. He looks to build on that as he starts on top. Leg goes in. Rhodes is on top. Bobsian work to get him on a hip. Let's see if he can work to get an escape here. He's out the back door, nothing yet. And reversal 2 for Bobsian as they go out of bounds. Score now is 3-2. Rhodes is still leading. Bobsian with the late score. Here's your replay. Secures the takedown, runs him out of bounds, gets a fresh start in the center of the mat. Minute 20 seconds left here in the second period. Bobsian works to get him down. Looking to throw the legs in. Legs go in. Both legs are in now. Let's see if he can keep him on the mat. Rhodes is working in his tripod here. Bobsian gets him back down flat. Riding time is ticking down. Still advantage for Rhodes with 10 seconds. Got 40 seconds left here in the second period. As you can see there, riding time converts over. We got second stalling call on Rhodes. 1 point for Bobsian. Bobsian be happy if he can stay on top here, as he's still racking up riding time on top. 5 seconds left. Bobsian finishes the period on top. We got a 3-3 tie here. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds of riding time for Bobsian. Iowa chooses neutral. We're starting here on our feet. See who works to get the takedown here. So how we got here on a 3-3 score. We had one double leg takedown in the first period by Rhodes. Bobsian chooses down, gets his reversal to make it a 3-2. And then a stalling call on Rhodes to make it a 3-3. Now we're here in the third period. Next takedown will have the advantage in this match. Let's see who goes and gets it. Shot by Bobsian. An attempt to go behind by Rhodes. Nothing yet. Still on our feet wrestling. Got about a minute left here in the third period. This here has been our closest match here of the night at 141. Let's see if Badgers can get on the board with a win here. 40 seconds left. Hand fighting in the center of the mat.
Closing on a hard 30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining here in the third
30
period.
seconds left here in the third period. Let's see if these guys go get it. We got a stall call for Bobzian. Stall call on Bobzian. Let's see if he goes get it. Another attempt. Rhodes in on a reshot. We got a scramble in the middle of the mat. Bobzian with his head up. Now Rhodes with his head up. Let's see what we got. We got 3 seconds left here. Nothing, and we're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. Next takedown wins. 2-minute overtime. Neutral position. Let's see if Bobzian can get a takedown here. Both guys have stalling calls. There it is. Pop up to a double by Rhodes. Bobzian fights it off. Still on our feet. An attempt to shoot for Bobzian, nothing. Rhodes gets behind, and there's your takedown for Rhodes. Overtime takedown. One takedown wins it. Rhodes gets it. He wins 3-6. Rhodes gives Iowa an 11-point takedown. Iowa Hawkeyes is up 11-0. All right, next up at 149, we got Kyle Parko, ranked number 4 in the nation. We got Royce Nilo. Parko's 10-0 on the year. 5 tech falls, 1 major. We got Royce Nilo, 1-6. Parko, this is his first year here. Transfer, Royce Nilo in on the first takedown. Makes it 3-0. Royce up 3-0. Parko's up on his feet. Royce with a big mat return to put him back flat on the mat. Royce Nilo, he's working. All right, Parko gets his escape. Now we're up 3-1. Parko in on the high crotch. Head switches to the inside, pops up. Royce has that ankle. Looks like Parko is taking his time. Royce is in on that ankle. Parko hooks the ankle, and there it is. 3-point takedown. Parko leads 4-3. 2 minutes left in the period. 2:05 left in the period. Parko's up 4-3. We had Royce Nilo coming out with the takedown. Parko gets his escape. And he goes right back in on the takedown. Now we're here at 4-3 with Parko on top. Trying to get his roll through, and ref is counting back points. Quick little tilt there. Parko gets 4 points, 4-point back point, 4-point near fall here. All right, we get a reset whistle. Nilo goes back down. Here's your takedown. Here's your first takedown for Parko. Parko starts back on top. Royce Nilo is working to get to his feet. Now he's flat back on his belly. Parko's working to roll that wrist. A little bit about Parko this year. He's 10-0, 42-17 against ranked wrestlers. He's a 4-time All-American. He spent his first 2 years at Fresno State, where he took 6th place. And he spent his last 3 years at Arizona State, where he took 8th, 4th, and 5th in the nation. And there's Parko again on top, getting some back points. Refs holding 4 on the tilt. And 4 is rewarded to Parko. Score now is 12-3 with 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the first period. And looks like ref is counting another set of back points with the tilt. 4-point near fall, and that is 16-3. Here's a replay for the first set of back points. Nice little roll through tilt. Trying to elevate the leg. He gets his count. Ref rewards him. Parko's up 16-3 in the first period with 10 seconds left. See if Royce Nilo can find a way to get to his feet. Get an escape. All right, second period, we got 16-3, Wisconsin choice. Wisconsin chooses neutral. Parko has riding advantage with 1:54 riding time. Again, Iowa and Iowa State had a duel earlier this year. Big time matchup between Parko and Echemedia from Iowa State, ranked number 7. That was a really close match, and Parko ended up pulling it out 5-4. And there is your final takedown for Parko to get the tech fall, 20-3 in the second period, 1:30 left. 149. These are your champions. As you can see, they had a handful of them here. Patrick Kennedy took first at 174. Angelo Ferrari took first at 184. Stephen Buchanan, which you'll see later, one of our Wisconsin natives, took first at 197, and Ben Keeter took first at 285. Now we are at 157. Iowa Hawkeyes are leading the duel 16-0. We got Miguel Estrada for the Hawkeyes with a 3-2 record against Luke Meckler with a 7-7 record. Miguel Estrada is a true freshman here from Bakersfield, California. He's got 11-0 record. And then we got Luke Meckler, Wisconsin native from Stoughton, Wisconsin. He's a redshirt junior, also with a 7-7 record. Meckler is a transfer from Oklahoma State. He's been here with the Badgers. This will be his second year here with us. So glad to have him back here in the Wisconsin singlet. I'm sure he's glad to be back as well. Middle of the mat. These guys are hand fighting, filling each other out. How we got to 16-0 for the team score. Had at 125. Cruz ends up with a regular decision there. And then for 133, Drake Ayala ended up with a tech fall to give the Hawkeyes 5 points there. Then at 141, we had a really close match, win in overtime. Rhodes ends up winning in overtime there to give the Hawkeyes 3 points for their team. And then we just finished out with 149. Parko ends the match with a tech, which gives the Badger a 16-0 team lead. Still here in the first period at 151 with 1:15 left. Neither guy has gotten in on the leg, and just as I say that, Estrada gets in on the high C, head outside. Let's see if he finishes. Nothing yet. Meckler's on his feet still. And there it is. That's your first takedown of the match. Estrada goes up 3-0. Here's your replay. Takedown. All right, we get to reset. Estrada adjusts his headgear. Luke Meckler starts on bottom. Luke Meckler gets in his escape. Estrada's up 3-1. 10 seconds of riding time. Got 40 seconds here in the first period at 157. Nice little attempt. Estrada gets in with his underhook. Meckler fights out of it. Estrada's in again on his underhook. fighting here. In the first period. 3-1. Estrada. Estrada chooses down. Estrada gets set. Meckler set to cover. Whistle's blown. Second period started. Estrada works to get to his feet. Meckler attempts to get him back down. Estrada gets his escape. Estrada is up 4-1 here in the second period. Minute and 40 seconds left. Estrada was a three-time state California champ, and as I say that, he gets in on his high crotch, dumps him to his butt, gets a takedown, forces the escape. Luke Meckler gets one here. Estrada is up 7-2. Meckler with an attempt for a high crotch. Heavy hands by Meckler. Nice little sweep. Whistle blown. Here's your takedown for Estrada. Nice little snatch dump. Forces the escape. Back on our feet here. Minute left in the second period. So Estrada with 2 takedowns here. Meckler with 2 escapes. Estrada with that head outside shot again, attempt. Scored twice on it. Let's see if he can go and get another one here. Meckler with his underhook. There's a sweep, and there's the first stall call of the match. First stall call on Luke Meckler. Front head. As you can see, Estrada's starting to pick it up here. Luke Meckler's choice. Meckler chooses down. 7-2. 2 sets of takedowns for Estrada and escape. Estrada now has 10-second riding time. Meckler is working to get to his feet. Looking to get an escape. Escape for Luke Meckler. Scores now 7-3 Estrada. Meckler, a 2-time state finalist, Fargo runner-up, and a 2-time Fargo All-American. He went 2-1 in the Florida duels this year. He went 2-1 in the Pennsylvania duels. Good snap. Working the center of the mat. Meckler's got to kind of pick it up here. He's down 3-7. Let's see if he works hard to go get a takedown here. Got 50 seconds left. If Estrada can go get a takedown here to give his team a major decision, instead of getting 3 points, he will get 4 points. And there he is again on the head outside. Single with a quick little dump. Meckler was able to defend it a little bit, but finally gives up the takedown. Estrada is now up 10-4. He's up 6. Let's see if Estrada goes and tries to get this last takedown to give his team the major decision. He's working for it. 5 seconds left here in the third period.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Estrada with the win at 157, 10-4, 20 seconds riding time. Here's your last takedown here for Estrada to make it a 10-3. Cuts him. All right, here's it. We'll be right back on the Big Ten Network with our next weight class. A 3 decision and 157. Estrada defeating Meckler with a 10-4. All right, we're going to jump right into 165 match here. We got Michael Caliendo, ranked number 2 in the nation. He's 10-0 against Gavin Modell, who is 1-2 on the season. Caliendo is a redshirt freshman from Illinois. As Gavin Model is a redshirt senior from Stoughton, Wisconsin. Center of the mat. Guys are hand fighting here. Got some good action. Good action. Head outside high crotch for Caliendo. He gets his 3-point takedown. Now he's on top. Tight waist. As Motto works to his feet. Motto's on his feet. He gets an ref rewards as an escape. Score of the match is 3-1. Caliendo in on another takedown. Nice little low double to make it 6-1. Modell ends up getting an escape, and Caliendo right back in on another takedown. So that's 3 takedowns in a row there to make it 9-3. Gets another takedown, makes it 12-4. Now we're back on our feet. So Caliendo with a set of 4 takedowns. Model with a set of 4 escapes. We are at 12-4. Man, that was fast. Minute and 25 seconds left here in the first period. And we got Caliendo up. Gavin Model almost gets him caught on his back. Caliendo finds a way to get off his back. No points were rewarded. The points were rewarded to Caliendo, who finishes on top. Score is now 15-4. Caliendo with 5 sets of 3-point takedowns. And Gavin Modell with 5 escapes. Caliendo in on another takedown, which puts him at 18-5. Score. Caliendo is cutting. Motto has 6 points on the board. 6 escapes for Motto. 6 takedowns for Caliendo. And there's your tech fall in the first period with 7 takedowns for Caliendo to make it a 21-6 score with 12 seconds left in the first period. There's your number 2 ranked wrestler in the country with a tech fall to give the Hawkeyes another 5 points for their team. Here we got up next at 174. Got number 5, Patrick Kennedy, and number 31 ranked, Luke Condon. Patrick Kennedy is 6-0 on the season, with Luke Condon 9-5. Got Patrick Kennedy, who's a senior on the year, wrestling Luke Condon, who's a redshirt freshman. And Kennedy with the first set of points for the night with the 3-point takedown. Wrestling on the edge of the mat. And we're going to get a fresh start back in the center. Luke Condon goes down. Kennedy's going to start on top. 2 minutes and 35 seconds here in the first period. Luke Condon works to get on his feet. He gets his escape. We got a 3-1 match. Kennedy's back in on a sweep single. Head switches to the outside. He's got that ankle elevated, and he secures his takedown. Kennedy goes up 6-1 with 2 minutes left. We have a stoppage on the mat. Looks like blood. So we're going to get that cleaned up, and we're going to get back wrestling. A little bit about these two guys. Patrick Kennedy, he was a U23 World. He was at U23 World team trials. He was a champion, 74 kilograms. He won the Soldier Salute this year, 4-time state champion from Minnesota. 2-time national qualifier. He took 5th at 174. Then he took 2nd at 165. Luke Condon, 9-5 on the year. Out at Florida this year, he went 2-1, and at Pennsylvania, he went 2-1, knocking off the number 24 guy ranked in the nation. Last year, Luke Condon went out to the U.S. Open at U20 at 79 kilograms. He took 4th place there, qualified for the World Team Trials at U20. Also a couple-time Fargo place winner. He's a California boy, so he's been able to adapt to some Wisconsin weather here. Starts back down. Luke starts back down. He's working to get to his feet. Kennedy is working to keep him down. Luke gets to his feet, gets an escape. We got a stoppage here again for blood time. Minute and 45 seconds left here in the first period, and we start back neutral. See if these guys pick up the pace here for the last half of this first period. Good snap by Kennedy. He's working to go behind. He gets his go behind, and he goes up 9-2 with a 3-point takedown. Kennedy is working to cut him, and 1 point is awarded to Luke Condon for his escape. And then as I say that, Kennedy goes right back in on his takedown to make it a 12-3 score. Again, stoppage for Kennedy's blood time. So we got a quick replay here. As you can see, as Kennedy gives that escape, gets right back in on the leg and secures the takedown as he goes up 12-3. Tony Cassiope there in the corner with Garrett Modell. Cassiope was a alumni for the Hawkeyes. It's his first year here with us, so we're excited to have him here as a Badger. As we start back, whistle blown, Luke Condon starts down. He gets his escape again. 1 point, 12-4. An attempt by Patrick Kennedy. No takedown. He goes to his underhook. Wrestling on the mat. Luke Condon has an over tie. Kennedy has his underhook. Like Kennedy has that ankle hook. He's trying to score here. Ref calls stalemate, no score. Starts back neutral. Actually, we got a stoppage for blood time again. Let's see if we can wrap this thing up. There's Tony again in the corner. 4-time All-American for Iowa. U-time 23, world champion at 120. Got John Reeder in the corner there. Tony Cassiope, assistant coach here, first season. Super exciting matchup coming for the Hawkeyes later on in the year. They face Penn State at Penn State January 31st. That there will be your number 1 and your number 2 ranked teams in the nation. So that should be some fireworks there over in Pennsylvania. You can see we're right back into it. Kennedy's in on the high crotch, and he secured his takedown. 3-point takedown. We got 5 seconds left in the first period, and Kennedy is up by 11 points. He's got riding time advantage with 1:10. Here's that takedown. Finished with 2. No back points here. So we got 5 takedowns for Kennedy, 4 escapes for Condon. Kennedy chooses down, starting bottom position. Second period has started. Kennedy gets his quick escape, which puts the lead 16-4. And there's your tech fall. 19-4 Kennedy, and he gives his team 5 points. That quick replay here on that last takedown to give Kennedy the tech fall and make the match 19-4. Team score is 24-0. And we will be right back on the Big Ten Plus.
The socks will be donated to Guest House of Milwaukee. Thank you for your support.
Gabe Arnold 8-0. We got Dylan Russo, who is 3-5. Iowa Hawkeyes are up 29-0 on the Badgers here in the field house in Madison, Wisconsin. Got 185 here. A couple young guys. We got a redshirt freshman with Gabe Arnold, who's ranked number 5 in the nation. We got a redshirt freshman, Dylan Russo, 3-5 record. Gabe Arnold was 8-1 on the year, and his only loss goes to Angelo Ferrari at the Soldier Salute, which was a medical forfeit. So technically he didn't wrestle, but they are teammates. And that is Gabe Arnold's only loss on the year. Quick shot for Russo. Gabe Arnold was able to defend it pretty well. Now he's in on his underhook. Nice little cartwheel by Russo. After Gabe tries to go for his low ankle, we're in the front headlock position. Whip over, and Gabe gets his takedown, and now he's looking for the pin. Ref is holding 4 back points. We're on the edge of the mat here. Let's see if Gabe Arnold can get it, and he gets it. Halfway through the first period, and Gabe Arnold secures the first pin of the night, which gives his team the Big 6. As Iowa goes up 29-0. Next, here's that big whip over, straight to his back. Gabes does the pressure, and the ref is holding 4. He secures a pin. Here we got next up, 197. Your native here, Buchanan from Lodi, Wisconsin. He's a transfer from Oklahoma. Last year, he spent some time over at Wyoming, transferred to Oklahoma, where he took 3rd at the national tournament there. And now he is here with the Hawkeyes, wrestling Nico Colucci. As Stefan got him on his back, and there's your second pin of the night. With 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first period, your Wisconsin native from Lodi, Wisconsin, gets the pin, Stephen Buchanan. Hawkeyes go up 35-0. As you can see, he secures that reverse headlock, and he gets the pin there. We will be back on the Big Ten Plus.
And with the Union County Wrestling Tournament.
And now, coming out at 285 pounds.
We are back on the Big Ten Network. We got heavyweights coming up next here. We got Ben Keeter, number 12 ranked wrestler in the country, at 7-1, and we got Gannon Rosenfeld, which is 6-2. Iowa Hawkeyes are leading the duel 41-0 as we go into our final match here, 285. Ben Keeter's 8-1 on the year. 1-1 versus ranked wrestlers this year. His only loss is to Batista when that Iowa and Iowa State duel happened earlier this year. Batista was ranked number 4. Keeter ended up losing to him 7-2. Keeter's a redshirt freshman, going against Rosenfeld, who's a redshirt sophomore. You can see a lot of actions going on already. A little bit of back and forth. Nice wrestling. Got the crowd pretty pumped up here for the last match of the duel. Rosenfeld's from Minnesota, Mankato West. 6-2 on the year. He went 2-1 out at the Florida duels, went 3-0 out at the Pennsylvania duels. And currently in his career, he is 8-3 against Big Ten opponents. As I say that, Ben Keeter with a blast double gets the first takedown of the match. Keeter goes up 3-0. He's on top, riding tough. Rosenfeld tries to get to his feet. He gets returned back flat to the mat. Keeter's doing a good job with that tight waist, chopping. Probably working to get cross wrist here, which he does. Just our last match here. That's Stephen Buchanan end up getting a pin. Second pin of the night. First pin came from Gabe Arnold at 184. He gets a pin there, which gives Hawkeyes 12 points with back-to-back pins. Stalemate. Start the match. 50 seconds left in the first period. Keeter's up 3-0. Rosenfeld goes down. Here comes the starting whistle. 50 seconds left in the first period. Let's see if Rosenfeld works to get an escape. As Keeter would like to finish this match on top, I'm guessing. Keeter's got a good tight waist there. Trying to chop. Both wrestlers are working hard here. Keeter was a Soldier Salute champion earlier this year. He's a 4-time state champion from Iowa City. Pretty impressive high school career. Went 111-0, never losing a match in high school. It's pretty cool. Highly recruited high schooler coming out of high school for wrestling and football. It's Wisconsin choice. Wisconsin defers. Iowa chooses down. A little bit more about Ben Keeter. He was recruited to Iowa to play football and wrestle, which is pretty cool. I believe he achieved that last year. But I think after last year, he solely committed to wrestling. And as you can see, it's paid off, and he's one of the top wrestlers for his weight class in the nation. So see how it works for him out at the Big Ten Championships here in Evanston, Illinois, hosted by Northwestern. Keeter with an escape here to make it a 4-0. Minute and 30 seconds left in the second period. Keeter with riding time advantage, minute and 44 seconds. We are in the center of the mat. Boom, there's a attempt by Rosenfeld. Nice down block by Keeter. Talk a little bit about the Badgers here. They're led by Chris Bono. John Reeder is the assistant coach. Then you got Tony Cassiope and Garrett Modell. Chris Bono and John Reeder are alumni of Iowa State. Tony Cassiope, like we talked about earlier today, he is an alumni for Iowa Hawkeyes. Garrett Modell is a Wisconsin Badger alumni. As you can see, Keeter's in on that sweep. Rosenfeld was able to defend him off. Rosenfeld in, shoots back in on the shot. Heads inside. Keeter's trying to sprawl. He's trying to lift that outside leg up. Looks like we're in the period here. 4-0 Keeter, Wisconsin's choice. Wisconsin chooses neutral. See if Rosenfeld can put the Badgers on the scoreboard before our last match of the evening. He's really gonna have to work here. He's down by 4. Down by 4 with riding advantage going to Keeter. He's gonna have to work here. Next home duel is January 24th for the Badgers against Minnesota. Should be a fun one. As Minnesota, I believe, just knocked off Nebraska here last night. And again, we got the Hawkeyes will be hosting Ohio State January 25th at home. That'll be a good matchup there as well. Big Ten's always competitive, so it's nice to get those duels. And after Christmas is usually when all the Big Ten matchups start here. So it's duel season for the Big Ten. We got blood time for Keeter. He's going to his corner. We got 30 seconds left in the third period. Keeter has secured riding time. So technically he is up 5-0. Rosenfeld's going to have to do something big here in order to win this match and put some points on the board for the Badgers here before the night ends. And as for the Badgers, they are led by Tom Brands. His assistants is Terry Brands, Morningstar, and Telford. All those guys are Hawkeye alumni, so they like to keep things in-house, which is pretty cool. "15 seconds here. Rosenfeld tries to go for a double leg takedown. Keeter defends it off, and he hustles behind. No point scored yet. And there's your 3 points. Keeter goes up 7-0. And with riding time, makes it 8-0. And in the heavyweight match, that is a major decision. And the final score for the Hawkeyes is 41-0. That will wrap things up for today's duel for our entire.
Caku Bandar